What's poppin', everybody? Welcome to week 3 of the ATBA review. I'm Fly, and I'm here with Bud.
Yo.
And this week we had some games. We had games this week for sure.
We did indeed. Big game.
Big games, long games. Actually, do you want to hit that one first? I mean, it's the first one on the schedule.
We can.
All right.
The long game, the one that went to timer between Asterisk Virtual Battlers and RAS, Los Angeles Pyro Balls. Just a good back and forth, like 50-50s here, all over the place. Like one bad 50-50, somebody's wall is getting broken. But it just kind of turned into why I hate and why I probably never win matches against this one specific Pokemon, Alomomola.
Oh my
Turned
god.
into Whirlpool, Filling Water, Wishing Baton Passing Demon. Because even while like half Aster's team was, or not say half, even while like Glow King was asleep, or while the Dunsparce was asleep, those were some things that like could have broken some things open, especially when Dunsparce got put to sleep by Brute Bonnet, which the speed ranges on the Brute Bonnet was nice. It was
the game, despite the game being probably one of the longest games in ATBA history, it got to be at least top 10. Which is a lot, because I think the first longest game we had and out of ATBA was like me and wRenn, and it was like 68 turns or something like that. So
I do think it's probably been it's got to be the longest since we got back on like combat.
Have to be. That being said, the match itself was really good. They both came to play and they both came for a dub. I mean, both sets were really nice. They would not, back down from each other. The calls were great. Like Aster swapping in on a Choice Specs Boom Burst to Typhlosion was really it was like the first noticeable dent in any of these teams, and that was like halfway through the video. They were playing very smart, very well, keeping their teams alive. The sets were good. Just a solid match all around.
They're both way more patient than me. I would have been.
There's no way I would have just started throwing Mons away. I would have just started throwing Mons away.
Just out of impatience, but yeah, and the real timer wasn't even the game timer. It was how long will Aster's battery last on the controller.
There you go. That's how long this game went. Aster's controller was dying during this whole match. That's how long this game went.
I'm actually surprised it lasted.
I'm shocked. But yeah, it came down to timers. Virtual Battlers ended up with the win there. They had 5 Mons to the 3 on the LA Pyro Balls. It was great. If it wasn't so long, I'd watch it again.
Yeah, true.
Next we have the Kansas City Spirits versus the Fargo Force. It was wRenn and Rio. Nope, Rog. No, I always get them mixed up.
Got a lot of like sound.
I get Rog and Rio.
Rog, Rio, wRenn,
and then Rast and wRenn.
Like, it's a lot.
Get new names. Everybody get new names. Everybody get a new name. But yeah, that match was really good to watch as well. Like this week, most of these matches were really solid.
I did enjoy watching a lot of these. Venusaur, bro.
Venusaur is doing Venu things.
We're seeing why, like Venusaur is showing why it's at worst second best gen starter.
Yeah, like
always Charizard at the bottom, but like
yeah, Venu was putting its name on the map for sure. Especially
and for you, there was also some Trapinch play there.
Bro, I was so hyped for the Trapinch. She brought Trapinch. Hey, Trapinch is in the league. Season 13, Trapinch is here, baby. Let's go.
Two KOs.
Let's go. I was not expecting it. I'm sure wRenn wasn't either. wRenn did have a really cool set on the Desi though. wRenn was cooking with that Desi set, and the way he played it, it was solid. He came in and took advantage of the rain, got his free hurricane off. He was doing what he had to do. The nasty plot was solid. It was a really good. It was really put together to like set up and sweep. Um, the trailblaze for the speed boost if it needed it or when it needed it, the hurricane for the coverage, the nasty plot, the buffets. It was there. Rog played dual weather this match as well, and it was. I mean, the amount of
See, that's
time
I
rain
always
and
be
sun
wanting to
came in.
do dual weather, but I just
I've only done it good, done it well once. My second season trying it was not as well. And Rog is definitely doing it better than I did. Uh, it's tough to keep up with and definitely tough to prepare for, especially when the threats that abuse the weather are mons like Venusaur, are mons like Walking Wake. Like it's
yeah.
it's tough. It's tough.
And like the way they also kind of just cover each other. Like Walking Wake covers a lot of Venusaur's weaknesses.
Yeah.
Covers a lot of Walking Wake's weaknesses. So like the synergy between the two is really good. And then Dinu being a Terra option, it's just
Oh my god.
it's a
He's
lot. It's a
been
lot
using
to
the
do.
terror very, very well.
A lot to do. Terrifier really well this week. But yeah, it was a good match though.
It was a good
Very good.
match. It was a good match. Uh, Once again, shout out to that trap inch. We hype out here, boys. Um, Next we had the Spikemuth Thieves versus the Jalisco Hawluchas, and I think this is our first like big sweep this week. Yeah, I think it's our only sweep this week. It was just a tough match for Lupin.
Yeah.
That was just a tough match for Lupin. Um, it seems like he came prepared for a lot of things, and the one thing he didn't come prepared for was a
Was
calm
that
mind with Sylveon, and that's just happened to
that
be
was
what
it. That's the set he brought.
that's just happened
That's
to be
the
what he
one.
brought. That's the
Yeah.
one thing he
So
didn't prep for. That was the one thing that showed up. Oh
it's tough when that happens. It's just like, all right,
yeah,
my team is so good against this Pokemon. I don't think they're gonna bring
yeah.
this
I
thing
think it
against
happened
it.
against him last season, or not last season, last week with the. Was it last week? It was an Annihilate on the field, and I remember talking to you about someone not bringing the Annihilate in someone's matchup because there were so many things that could OHKO Annihilate, and then
Oh
Annihilate
yeah,
showed
I
up
remember.
anyway.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, what are you? And then once you've prepped that way, like, okay, there's no way they can bring this to me because like it can't like against most of the things that I should bring against them, it can't do these things against it. So like, it should be okay to just bring these other things. And the next thing you know, like you just have nothing to handle it, and
Yeah,
it's over.
like Lupin's really like biggest check there was like the the Skarmory, and the Skarmory went down pretty early, and after that it was just free Calm Mind, free Wish.
Yeah, because I mean, I think even what was it? It was like I think on the first hyper voice it took, it did like over a third damage. So it was just a lot to deal with.
Yeah. Next on the list we have the Fryslan Furrets and you actually.
Yeah, yeah. I done forgot my own. I done put this thing out of
Your
my
match, your
list.
match was actually really, really good, and unfortunately for you, you just
Oh, the
got out.
double burn
You just
turn,
got out
bruh.
hacks. You got out hacks.
The double burn turn sealed it. I do think I was still in a losing position at that point
Mm,
by the time the double burn turn happened, but like
yeah,
that, I like guaranteed that I was gonna.
like not to like I guess belittle would be the word. Not to belittle triples like
Yeah,
skill or anything, but like the amount every time I looked up, that's burn. Up, you missed. Up, that's burn. It was an uphill battle for you for sure.
it was rough. It was rough because it was just like, and I kept purposely not clicking U-turn because I didn't want
The
to
burn.
get the burn because I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I just don't want to take a flame body, you know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I think I took a flame body burn. I don't know. I can't remember where I took another flame
I
body
know
burn,
you
but
took
like
one. I think the Hitmon took one.
so what happened was when I finally did hit a U-turn against the wRenn, uh I click U-turn, Tornadus gets burned on the flame body, and triple clicked Will-O-Wisp. So then
Willow,
as
got
I
you.
swapped into
That it
Hitmonchan,
just it's unfortunate,
it
man.
got burned. And it
Unfortunate.
was just like,
Like
and I was sitting there thinking, I was like, I click it, and I was like, okay, don't get burned. It gets burned. And I was like, okay, now I just need him to not click Will-O-Wisp. And he clicked
and sure
Will-O-Wisp, and I was
enough,
like, all right, bro.
like even you landed a hurricane and got the confusion and didn't get like the luck of hitting himself in confusion.
Yeah,
You just got out hacked, unfortunately.
tough.
It was tough for you this week. You did pull a cool quick little play with that focus sash. For Boneby, the energy ball into that +4 body pressing sandy shocks.
Oh yeah,
That was about to be rough. That was about to be a rough time for
yeah.
you.
And I wanted to save it. It was like a mix because like I had brought Rabambi because I didn't want to take the I didn't want to take the chance of Roaring Moon just coming in free and getting a Dragon Dance up and just clapping my team. But then I also couldn't put webs up early because of Annihilate, and I didn't want to activate uh Defiant on it. So then it's just like, and then so once I didn't have the webs up early, I was just like, you know what? I'm okay with this. I have
Yeah,
things faster in the back. I have other ways to beat Roaring Moon. I still had Hitmonchan at that point and stuff. So it's just like I can beat Roaring Moon. So then I was just like,
yeah,
but
make
if I
that call.
don't get rid of this
Yeah,
Sandy shock,
it don't even matter.
don't get rid of the Sandy shocks, it's over. So like, and literally like I brought Energy Ball just for Sandy shocks and Primarina. So like this is what it was for. Like it's literally this. Like I have no other choice but to come in and click this. So I was glad that he didn't put rocks up or anything anytime because I thought for sure his Sandy shocks was going to have rocks, but
Yeah.
it was good. But yeah, I
Oh
think
yeah, because
even
if he
without the
did have
hack, it
rocks,
was a
that
win.
was even
Yeah.
without if he
If he
did
had
bring
rocked up
rocks,
at
it
that
wouldn't
point,
have mattered.
Tiny Shocks would have just swept for sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
That ended in a what was that 2-0? Next we have Tampa Bay Bikinis coached by Shu versus Blackthorn Kingdras. That was me, and Shu kicked my butt. It was a fun match. It was a tough match. It was a solid match all the way through. This was really a benchmark test for me to see how well my team was actually doing because of how week 1 and how week 2 went. And I really wanted to see if I actually had something put together, and it made me aware of some things, and I've made some changes to adjust to that. But that match, Shu came for a win. We both were 2-0 at that point. We both wanted to be 3-0 at that point, and I got rocks up, and they got webs up, I believe, at one point, and I had to get rid of the webs, which meant defogging my rocks, and they were able to get rocks back up, and I was not, and we were reading each other, which means switches, and I was getting punished for those switches. Even though I was making the right play, like, you know, swapping, I don't know, like a fire type in to take a fire hit or whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, I still had to take those rocks when I came in, and he didn't.
yeah,
And it just started chipping.
and that's what I had like down like for my the MVPs for that match. Like I couldn't decide because it was just like in a way I kind of liked. I mean, it was literally all Hydreigon did. It came in, took an ice beam, put up rocks, and then just sacked itself. But those because like you had already removed rocks once
Yeah.
that match, and then it came in and set up the rocks. But then like
He
the pressure Shu kept after that made
Shu
sure that you
never gave
couldn't
me
get
a
him off again.
turn. Yeah, Shu never gave me
Yeah,
another turn to set up rocks.
you couldn't get those like
Yeah.
you couldn't get those off the field
Yeah.
again. And then like you just didn't have a chance to like really get another good stone axe off to get rocks up again.
Yeah.
It was just tough. So it was
And
like, do I count Hydreigon's rocks as the MVP, or There was also like Tusk,
Tusk
who
was
was
doing
providing pressure,
Tusk.
but then also
Yeah,
Moltres, like Terra
I'm
Water
giving it
Moltres too.
to
Like,
Terra Moltres. I that is probably one of the hardest Pokemon to prep for, or at least for me so far. The Terras that Shu chose just makes it really, really hard to cover it, and like it's really, really hard to prep for it because of how tanky it is and the ability to heal itself, the ability to hinder you with Will-O-Wisp, and then to these defensive Terra typings that feel
yeah,
offensive just because of Moltres' attack stats. So
yeah.
it was just really tough. By the time Moltres got up there and decided they were going to Terra, I believe I had already lost my cover in Ampharos, my answer to that in Ampharos, and I couldn't touch it. I
Couldn't
couldn't
do
touch it.
anything
I
about it.
was stalling at that point, honestly. Um,
The only thing, so the only play I saw from you that I think kind of cost you. Well, I mean, okay, I say I think you might have had a chance to win at the very end of the game, but because you had Incineroar out against, I think you against the Moltres, and then you swapped it out to set up a Calm Mind on Crown or Iron Crown. I couldn't think
oh
of the
no,
name.
no, I know what you're talking about. It was I had Instant out and I swapped into Grimmsnarl and I took a burn and it mattered because I wasn't Calm Mind. I was I believe I was Agility or something like that. I might be mistaken. We are so much farther ahead in
Oh
real
yeah.
time than we
No,
are
yeah.
on
Okay,
reviews.
I'm pretty sure that yeah. It was your because the Grimmsnarl died later. I think earlier. No, that was this one.
I feel like
No, no, you're
my biggest
like
mistake
because like I just
was
you had a chance where it was like because at the time your Iron Crown didn't have an item.
yeah,
You
no
trying to
booster.
calc it, and then it just didn't.
Oh,
The numbers didn't match up
the
right.
showdown didn't update either. Yeah.
But
Um
I think that if you had you not taken because you took like two Terra Blasts from uh Moltres, took one on Swap In and one on Calm Mind, and had you not taken those two hits, I think I think maybe even if it was just one, like if you just sacked off Incineroar to the Moltres, came in, set up one Calm Mind, maybe taking a a, a Terra Blast, and then you KO the Moltres from there, you might be in a range to KO Meowscarada or live.
yeah.
I mean, you might be in a range to live the knockoff at that point. So
Yeah.
like, I don't know exactly the numbers how it would
Yeah.
have shaken out, but like, I think that was the only thing I could think of was just
I think
like no
another
Meowscarada's in the back and it's going to have a dark move. I think you were thinking about Sucker Punch at that point, but it's just like either way, you know that like you can't let uh Crown just take free damage there.
I
That was the
I
only thing
I
I thought. I was like, bro.
think that set that I used on Crown was really just ultimately my downfall. I changed it or I didn't change it, but like I set it so that I could come in with a booster speed, get the booster speed and outspeed Great Tusk. Because if Shu decided to, I believe, and like I said, these numbers are like 2 weeks old, 3 weeks old at this point. I don't remember how long it. Shu, I think Great Tusk can outspeed Crown if I'm booster special attack and he goes booster speed, and he definitely kills with Headlong Rush. So I was trying to make sure that that scenario never happened, and at the end of the day I lost out a lot of firepower from Crown because I dropped special attack so much, and it felt like if it was supposed to hit something hard, it didn't. It felt so underwhelming. But at the end of the day, Shu just wanted it more, it seems. And he picked up his 3-0, making his record 3-0, and I believe he was he the only one that was undefeated, or was there someone else who went undefeated? I can't remember.
Uh,
by week 3.
Rog
Was undefeated. Got you.
point.
And then our last match is the Alto Mare Slush Rush versus the Austrian Arcanines, and it is Mateo's first game. Matt's first game. You know, so it was Mateo's first game, and I mean, Mateo came to play for sure. Wanted to make up from those rough numbers that he was so graciously handed to while taking the spot for Pro. And I mean, it was a good game. From the notes that we have, it seemed like it was a good game. It wasn't too one-sided on, you know, either one side.
Which is rare for Zev.
Zev
fight is rare as hell.
Zev came out with some unique items, and you know, like the shell bell.
Shell bell on the alligator.
Yeah, the shell bell was kind of unique. Terra Steel Scrafty came in and put in some work, saving Mateo a lot of damage because Kieran was firing those blizzards.
Yeah.
Blizzards was chunking. Kieran picked up a decent amount of kills for the first time, you know. We rag on Zev this because, you know, that's our boy, that's our buddy.
Yeah, I'm just glad he ain't getting 6-0.
Yeah, every week.
Down,
yeah, you know, 6-0 cooldown every week is tough. From the looks of what we have as far as our notes go, it looks like Zev actually played Snow pretty well. He's finally getting the hang of what he wants to do and how to get it to operate. Because now he's starting to give people some challenges. He's gone from getting bop to those numbers looking really, really, really close. I mean, it came down to guard chomp, you know, killing Alcremie and it's running scale shot, which just happens to hit his Terra Dragon Sand Slash for free, you know. And I think Snow was probably gone by the looks of it. By at that point,
way gone, because Empoleon set that up early.
You're right.
That's the only thing about something like Zev kind of just lets something sit in front of stuff that probably shouldn't. Like it got the snowscape up, and the notes here, Brambleghast had missed, so it swapped in Empoleon, which he swapped in Empoleon on a Brambleghast Poltergeist, which did over half of Empoleon's life, right? Then Zev stays in and is like, all right, I'm just gonna sack it to get the snow up, and then it gets a miss from the Brambleghast, gets the snow up for free, and it's just like, all right, well now he's just
here
anyway.
Yeah, like he's just here. See, I've talked to him several times about it, and I wish he would just you know, take for himself, not even for the team, for himself, and just grab Slowking. Just grab Slowking. Swap out Necrozma for Slowking. Get your chilly reception. You get Regenerator. We've seen it. We've seen what the Kings can do. Glow King this week was putting up it would not die. Asterisk Glow King was going crazy. So Zev picked up Slowking, and you know, with Regenerator and Chilling Reception, you can get the snow up as much as you want, which would be great for your team.
You don't really need the snow, because like even in Astor's match this week, they had already Terra fired Hisuian Avalugg.
Yeah.
So they didn't even have an ice type at that point. But the chilly reception is
just the free swap in to take the hit, swap in and get your HP up when you. It's just so good
because you're Regenerator, so you can take a hit and heal that back off because of Regenerator. But you know, it's that move priority. It's that late switch priority. So even if somebody U-turns on the same turn as your chilly reception, or both switch on the same turn as you chilly reception, like. Yeah. They go into their thing first, so you get to counter whatever they bring in to counter your.
You also get to save a turn as well with the snow. Because when you swap out, it's at turn 3 at that point. Whereas with Chilling Reception, this goes to turn 4. I want him to grab it. But I've spoken to him several times. He said no, and he told me to shut up. And so that's what I'm doing.
Okay, hopefully he makes a similar play against me. What's that, like week 8?
Yeah, I mean,
One of those,
in
one of
real
those weeks,
time,
whatever you guys did.
our weeks are in real time. Our weeks are getting really close to like cutoffs on trades, so you might be safe.
Yeah.
But those are the games for this week. The current standings are Triple in first, Shu in second, I'm in third, Rio is in fourth, and Roggen Boggen is in fifth. Our MVP race is Great Tusk with 9 kills, Venu with was that 8 kills?
Yeah.
Sylveon with 7, Lapras with 6, Crown with 5, tied with Tornadus T with another 5.
Yep.
Transactions.
I believe. Oh yeah, this is when I swap out Corn T and Undy T for Boulder and Enamorous. I also swapped out.
That's such a scary thing.
I swapped out Stantler and I forget who else I swapped out.
I think got
Stantler and somebody else.
Was it Stantler for Haunter?
Yeah, Stantler for Haunter and somebody else down low on my team. I swapped out somebody else for Kilowattrel. So now my team is Enamorous, Arcaludon, Rillaboom, Polito, Volcanion, Hitmonchan, Beartick, Iron Boulder, Kilowattrel, and Haunter. So I made those changes. Wrenn picked up Tornadus. He already had Raging Bolt and Greninja at this point.
Oh, the Magmortar.
Oh yeah, Magmortar. Yeah,
Magmortar was the second trade. We swapped Comfort for Magmortar. I think that's all the trades.
That's it.
And then your schedule week 4. Week 4 of the ATBA consists of the virtual battlers versus the Alto Mare Slush Rush, Fargo Force versus Blackthorn Kingdras, Kansas City Spirits versus the Spikemuth Thieves, the LA Pyro Balls versus the Dallas Slither Wings, the Fryslan Furrets versus the Tampa Bay Mutinis, and last but not least, the Jalisco Hawluchas versus the Austrian Arcanites. And I believe that is it for this week. Tell me what you guys think down below in the comments. Let us know who your favorite team is, who you're cheering for, who you're rooting for, who's your favorite Pokemon in the tournament, in the season right now, the league, all of it, VP race, all of it. Whether they're going crazy as far as getting kills, or they're just showing themselves to be like very valuable Pokemon for certain teams, like Slowking's going crazy, Alamola is going crazy, but like they're not high on kills. Let us know down below, and we'll see you guys for week 4.
Peace.
We out.